Hello and welcome everyone. So I'm going to do a brief video here again on the topic that I did yesterday, frozen versus living foods. And if you're not watching my videos and you've only watched one and you watched one 4 years ago or 5 years ago, you're not going to understand this process. You're just really going to be lost. Everything's like a chapter in a book, and if you don't understand the concept of living foods, then this video won't make any sense to you anyway. So I would suggest you go back to the other videos back of July of 2017 and start re-educating yourself, because this is a process on education and knowledge, and if you don't have that, you won't succeed. So you'll just be wasting your time. No point to even do it. And for anyone else that just wanted more clarification, you watch my videos, that's what this video is about. So with that said, frozen versus living. Once you freeze a fruit, or any food for that matter, and it's frozen and it's at 0 degrees, you have to maintain that. But the problem is, right when you freeze something, now it's not a living food. A living food is something that will die in a couple days. It can be refrigerated, but refrigeration is not freezing a food where it's going to actually change it from a living food to a frozen food. And a frozen food, once it's frozen, it's taken all the capabilities of what it can do as a living food. It now changes it. It doesn't mean you can't eat the food and it's not safe to eat it. It just means for detoxing purposes and for you to get to the next level, to allow the body to do a deep cleanse, you're not going to get to that level. So hope that gives people some more clarification. But when you pick up a fruit and it's fresh, and some fruits will ripen as they are sitting out, such as bananas, passion fruit can do that. So by doing that, you can't really freeze the fruit. It needs to take its natural method of actually ripening. And I know a lot of places say they're gonna put the right fruit in the freezer, but it's not necessarily going to do anything to help you at all when you're trying to detox. So a living food is fresh and it dies in a few days. Berries are very fragile, so if you even put those in the refrigerator, even in an airtight container, you're going to get maybe 3 days out of it. You want to consume them as quick as possible. Now when you freeze a fruit, it can stay in there for a very long time. But again, that's defeating the purpose. And if you're chewing foods versus blending, there's a massive difference. Is blending fresh fruit okay? Well, it's not bad. Is chewing fresh fruit better? Absolutely. In nature, humans would go and grab a fruit from a tree and eat it. They weren't blending it. There was no blenders. So all the digestive enzymes and everything, when you're actually chewing a food, you're missing that part. So you're not going to get the most out of it when you're juicing. And when you juice a fruit, you're separating the sugar and the fiber. You want the sugar and the fiber intact and everything with that whole fruit. So when you chew it, you're actually getting the benefits. So for digestion and everything else. So keep that in mind. You can juice herbs and some vegetables in the beginning to ease into the process. That's not a problem. But eventually you want to start chewing your foods. And I've been mentioning this for a while. The reason is you're going to get the most benefits, and that's the natural process of the human body. And with fruits, it's going to be more beneficial. I repeat, more beneficial, because you're getting the digestive enzymes and everything from your mouth that you're going to not get, even if you're swishing it around in your mouth when you're blending and juicing it, because you're separating the fiber and the sugar and some of the other important parts of the actual fruit. So keep that in mind. And remember, fruit sugar is not the same as table sugar. Fruit doesn't have any sugar. It has fructose, fiber, and everything nature has put into that whole fruit. So when you're chewing it, again, you're getting everything. When you're taking processed sugar and you're throwing that in your juice with other fruits, you're causing more harm than good. You should never do that. So never put anything that comes where it's extracted the sugar from it and there's no fiber. That is a big no-no. And that is where people are getting the health issues, no matter what kind of sugar it is. Sugar is sugar, fruit is fruit. Two completely different forms of a way for someone to try to get energy and actually absorb nutrients. There's really no nutrients, very, very little in sugar once it's extracted, but there's a ton of nutrients in every single fruit. Doesn't matter what fruit it is. Obviously, certain fruits are going to be easier to digest in the beginning. That's why I recommend a lot of sweet fruits or subacid fruits. And you can do acid fruits such as, lemons and oranges and grapefruits, but you really want to keep those separate because you're going to have digestive issues. You could get some type of heartburn, or you could get other issues. They're just not meant to be combined together. But subacid and sweet fruits can as time goes on, but stick with sweet fruits. Put all those together in the beginning, bananas, grapes, whatever's sweet. You can Google what's sweet and what's not. Okay, thank you so much, folks. Any questions, let me know. I'm usually just going to make videos about this as I'm going to continue to keep going on in this series. There's always more videos to do to keep educating you folks. This will be the last one I'm doing in this particular series for frozen versus fresh living fruits. I think I've been able to really go more into detail in this video. Thank you so much, folks. Keep watching, keep moving forward. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye.